Welcome everyone to a quick gameplay overview of Kards, which is a new card deck builder game. I played a few of these. I've always kind of liked them. Magic the Gathering. I actually collected a lot of the original Star Wars back when they were starting to release Episode 1 or before that, I forget. Anyway, today I'm just looking at the tutorial of Kards. I've played through 4 of the starter decks already. We're going to use the Soviet starter deck against the Japanese here to kind of think out a very potential. I mean, it was not in the end realized as a full war, but there was a little bit of Soviet-Japanese action at the beginning of World War II. So this game allows you to build a deck, I assume, but we're dealing with starter decks. These are the cards that I've been giving. I can mulligan a few of them to fill out my deck as I prefer. We'll take this one, and I think I'll keep the rest. So we'll get a new one there. We've got a new 2-point card. So we're going up against the Japanese. I have not seen their decks yet, but this is very simple. It's just like all these other games. I think, what is it, Hearthstone or whatever? Hearthstone, I forget, the Blizzard one that is probably still popular. So it's one of those deck builder games you're going to play against probably most often people. I will almost never play against people. I just play against the AI to keep my stress levels nice and low. Okay, so we have 1 point. It's our turn to go. They played this 3-1. Oh gosh, I played against the Japanese, so I'm not going to be able to pronounce anything. Anyway, so we'll just deploy this guard unit, I guess. Actually, what we can do is do 1 damage to a unit and to our HQ, and we can kill that unit before it can do anything. I kind of like this, and it'll also give us another card, and that's kind of nice. We'll just end our turn. It means that we're resetting the game, down -1 for HQ, but +1 in cards. It seemed like an okay time to do that. We probably could have waited to see if there would be a better opportunity. Their supply has now gone up to 2 points, and mine will also now go up to 2 points. They deployed the Ha-Go. When an order is given, deal 1 damage to the HQ of the player giving the order. Okay, so orders are no longer going to be a great thing, which is okay considering we don't have a single order in our deck so far. So a 2-2 tank versus 2-2 tank kind of sounds like the right thing for me. I'm actually a little bit surprised that this thing is only costs 2 to deploy. But this one costs 0 to use, and that one costs 1 to use. So you can see the deck style is 1 in this card that I'm going to bring up here. Let me bring up a different one so that there's more unique values. There, this one has all unique values. So this costs 5 to deploy. We have 2 down here. It takes 1 to actually use it, and there's there's lots of different uses. You can move, as in move to the front lines, or you can attack. Either of those will cost us 1, which is the number right next to that 5. Then down on the deployment, down in the bottom, we see the 7 attack, 5 defense. This is very standard. It's combat capability is the left number, and hit points is the right. It'll say attack defense, but it doesn't mean attack defense. It just means how much damage can you do, and how much hit points can you endure. How many hits can you endure? Yeah, so we have 2 points. Let's go ahead and play. Ooh, so this would still lose. It would still die to that unit. I think I'd rather put this unit forward, unless I want to put a plane forward. No, so planes attacking function the same way as infantry or armor. They don't get a bonus in terms of like not being able to be counterattacked by tanks. In fact, tanks can attack them. It all doesn't matter. This is actually what I was hoping for. So that the AI did decide to move forward and attack my HQ. So they did do damage to my HQ, which I'm actually okay with. And they had to spend a point to do that, which, this is the points that you have as a resource. Obviously, the 3 points he has as a resource, just the same way that my health is a resource until it gets down to 0. Then it's game over. But this is not going to take me any points to actually attack, which means I can use all 3 points for other things. In fact, we may even see a better usage for our units, maybe. We have 2. We can put a guard down. It means this tank can only attack my guard units. So guard will put a little guarded function on top of the cards next to it. So now when this Hago wants to attack, it has to attack my guard units first. It would end up just him with 1 hit point left, me with 1 hit point left, so he'd be a 2-1, I'd be a 1-1. It's pretty even, except for the fact that I only cost 1 to deploy. He's already invested a lot of points into, so it's 2 to deploy, 1 to move forward, 1 to attack. So he's already put 3 points to putting his unit to get him here, and I've only put 1 unit down, so there is some advantage in just sitting and letting him attack me. So there is some kind of defender's advantage. What I'd really like to do, though, instead, is put my naval brigade down and put that one under protection, because that's a little bit better. I also have this unit, which when it's destroyed, actually comes back to life as a light infantry. So it's kind of like the flood of Soviet infantry. That's what this one abstracts. And I can only have 5 units on any line. So the advantage of having the front line is that you can only have 5 in your support tier. This is the support areas. In order to attack, you have to move, costing that movement to move into the middle area. And then from there you can attack the enemy's support line. So only one person can be on the offensive at a time. Right now the Japanese are on the offensive. I can easily clear this unit, but I'm still thinking there might be a better way of doing that than just going an even exchange. Especially because tanks, the real advantage of the BT7 unit that I have here is that it takes 0 to do anything. Once I eliminate it, this one can go from support. It can move into the offensive line. That usually from there requires a separate turn to attack, but tanks are special in that you can see in the little pop-up here that tanks can both move and attack during the same turn. So we could blitz essentially forward. But actually blitz is something else. Let me see what I want to do. I think what we'll just do is stick to the old Russian tactic of strengthen numbers. After all, quantity is a quality all of its own, as I think Stalin is sometimes reported to have said, also Napoleon, also other people, but I'd have to believe out of all those it's probably Stalin. So the guard units have to be attacked by the airplane, although unfortunately they can eliminate my units in a single go. Now he didn't have any points left, so he's kind of in the same situation I'm in. Alright, so my turn to go. We gained we have a lot of these rifle units, which, again, if they're destroyed, they do add another infantry. We cannot actually put any units forward right now. Okay, so this is kind of the cool thing we can do. We can do this, which is going to take this unit down to 1. We can do this, which is going to eliminate that unit, take this unit down to 1, but we didn't lose any card strength. And now, what we can do is we have 2 units who can move forward, and we can begin attacking. So what I'd like to do is this one cannot attack on the same turn it moves forward, but this one can. So the big question is just what do we want to do? Do we want to, if we move forward and attack this Hayabusa, the kamikaze type nature means that ultimately when this thing dies it will deal 2 damage to our HQ. Or I could just move forward and then force them to make a decision. And I'm okay with that. We'll also move this one forward. Obviously there's no good choice for which of these units will attack. We still have 2 points left, and now we actually have the ability to put another unit down, which will be guarded since we have the guard units down. So we can put this one down, or we can put the T-70. I think we're better off dealing with fighters right now. So let's do that, and end the turn. See what the Japanese have in store for me. Alright, Model 25. Give a friendly infantry plus to attack until the end of the turn. They also decided to exchange. Interesting. And now they have a Type 97 Chiha. Friendly infantry has +1 attack, so we want to get rid of this thing. They don't even have any friendly infantry out there right now, but we still want to get rid of that pretty quickly. To me, it makes sense that we start using our fighters. You notice the fighters generally are more expensive to use, so we can either eliminate this unit or this unit. One of them is going to be easy to take down. We might even end up attacking. I think what I'll end up doing is moving 1 unit forward, and we have 4 left. We can deal 3 damage to your HQ. It's kind of a bad trade-off. If the Soviets are fighting the Japanese both sides are going to be doing damage to the Soviet headquarters. That's not really good. But I still think strength in numbers. We can. So this attack will cost 2. I think I'll keep this unit forward, so we can do. I want to make sure that this unit doesn't. Let's see, this 1-1 and then 3-2. That's actually bad. But this unit can attack the back lines right now, although it can't really do anything. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so that this unit is safe. The only way it's going to be safe is if I move this unit forward. So let's do that. Now, no matter what, this unit won't be able to attack anybody in the back. We'll do this to eliminate that unit. So we have guards on both sides of this unit, which means that we're going to be okay. So we have 1 point left. Yep, we'll put a rifle unit down, and we can still do an attack. This attack I'm actually going to do. Let's do it against this unit. We could have done it against the HQ, but we can kill that unit and still leave 1 hit point left. So kind of forces, like, card superiority is usually pretty good, right? All right, so he did decide to go with that, and that's his attack for the turn. So they're gonna have to slowly work through all my. Ooh, interesting. They're gonna have to work through all my. Repair all damage to a unit and give it +1. Oh, wow. That's pretty deadly. They're gonna have to work through all my guard units, is what I wanted to say. How do we want to deal with this? So the 2 will kill this 3. I mean, this 2-1 will kill a 3-2, which is. It's only supposed to be a 2-2, but remember, it's Fury also allows it to attack. Yeah, twice each turn. So we really want to get rid of that unit because it's going to be pretty powerful. I think what we'll end up doing is just. I want to trade these 2. I don't want these 2 to trade because I can't get any benefit from trading that. So I think we'll do this. It's not going to cost any points. Deal 1. 3-2. I think that 3-2 is still going to be okay. 5-3, we don't want to use that against that one at least. Yeah, so let's move this unit forward. And we have 5 points still. We can deploy this unit, 7-5. We don't have an ability to kill this unit though, so I don't really want to risk this one quite yet. I'd rather have this one go in, and we'll deploy the guard unit as well to guard them, I guess. There we go. And we'll end our turn. It's the AI, so they're not going to play things as intelligently. Right now we have more cards than them. We have more units on the ground. They did end up doing that, so that one's now down to 3, which is good. So my... it's actually quite good that now my T-70 can go in there and take that tank out. It's going to take 2 points, but I think it's worth it. Let's move him forward. And actually... Yeah, let's do it. So that's a pretty powerful move, I think. The 5-3 can also we can do 2 attacks here. Actually, I don't even need to do this. I can let my guard unit stomach that attack. We'll do this. We're still gonna have 3 points left. Take their HQ down to 13, and we can now deploy 2 forces. I guess these are the same. No, they're not. So once this, well, yeah, when this guy can die, we'll actually get the light infantry out of him. So let's deploy that one first. And let's also get this unit in as well. Yeah, so it's okay. No matter what they do, if they attack this unit, that tank will die. The Hago will die. If they attack this unit, I'll get a 1-1 unit out of it, just like this guy will give me. And this one can still attack their HQ next turn. So, see what happens. Ah, wow, that's pretty strong. They did end up going for that, which is wise, but we'll now move forward and eliminate what? I think we might just try to do some attacks on the HQ and let them. They'll probably do a 3-3 against that. So, but we have the huge advantage here, right? So let's take 0 to move forward. Move this guy forward. This one takes 0 to move forward as well. We can probably stack a few attacks here. This is a total of 7. Well, do we want to just eliminate that one? I think that dealing 7 damage to their HQ is a pretty powerful move as well. We need 1 point remaining. Oh, deal 4 damage to an enemy air unit. Well, that seems wonderful. Gets that one out of the way. And now, because of his order thing, he did deal 1 damage to our HQ because we did use an order. 5 points. We can actually deploy all of these, but I think it's more important for us to do this. And I think it's also important for us to do this. So we're going to let them make that exchange if they want. At this point, money's not a thing. Doesn't really matter. We have more than enough of it. So I think we will also deploy our rifles, which will take 1 point away. I don't think we're going to lose 8 points on this turn, and it's basically check and mate unless he can do something quickly. So this is the card mechanics. I mean, there's also a retreat mechanic I wasn't able to show here, which either forces a frontline unit back or a unit in the support arena or whatever zone, forces them back into your hand. It's kind of a cool thing. They have all these, really interesting. It's a well thought out game, I would say. It feels very polished. So they weren't able to do anything, which means this one's very, very quickly going to be over. So yeah, it says when the 10th Guard Regiment receives damage, give it +1 attack. That's really nice. Put this one into play. We'll put this one guarding into play to guard our HQ, but that's all just, not worth the paper it's printed on, because we are in the game. And there you have it. So that's a quick look at Cards. It's been a lot of fun to check this one out briefly. I might do some more of this. Maybe this seems like the kind of game that's kind of fun to stream. I've now unlocked all 5 nations, but I haven't played as Japan yet. Good, so we got some rewards. Free to play. I should mention that right away. It's free to play. So maybe I'll see you on the battlefield in Cards. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe press the like button. If not, don't worry about it. And I'll see you on the Discord if you want to join there. A link is provided in the video description below. Okay, take care.